Welcome back to another video. My name is Kyle, and I suck at budgeting. Today is a little bit of a different video. I was going through my video just now for April 10th, the first paycheck in April, and there were a couple things that I found during that video that I thought would be kind of a nice thing to have inside of YNAB. So this is kind of a, I don't want to call it a feature request, but kind of a feature request. So YNAB, if you're listening, I think these would be kind of cool to have. So the first one that I was going through, let's get into YNAB and let's take a look. I was going through my budget and I was going through my non-monthly and my domain hosting categories, and I've got quite a few. And I was snoozing them for the month. There's no way to bulk snooze that I can find. And if there is a way, I'm sorry, but I don't know where it is. And dope, I could be missing it. So, but a bulk snooze would be kind of a cool thing to have to do that. So bulk snooze, number one. Number two, several months ago, I don't know how long ago, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, YNAB announced these filtered views, which are super cool. However, I find them a little bit lacking, and I would love to have more functionality in these categories. What I would love to have, so like we've got the underfunded category, which I think is fantastic. It is awesome. I love this underfunded category. It is very cool. Here's my problem though. As my viewers know, we are looking towards getting Journey to month ahead. So I've created this month ahead view. What I would love to do is I would love to have a combination of this month ahead view and this underfunded view. In other words, a custom view where if I go to edit view, not only can I select the categories that I want, but I can set it so that it's underfunded. So I want to see these certain categories and whether they're underfunded. And then as I fund them, they go away. I would love to see something like that. That would be so cool. I have a feeling it's coming. I think it's just the logic that needs to be built in to those filtered views needs to be expanded upon. I think it's a feature that's a fairly easy thing to do. And they're probably just tweaking it, would be my guess. I think it's going to come eventually. And if it's not, please, that would be so cool. Number 3 and 4 are kind of a polarizing thing, I think. And I understand why they're not done. Because I think that they have the potential to cause a lot of problems for people. What I would love to see is the ability to take, first off, my entire budget and clone it and just chunk over here. Now I know I can make a fresh start. I get it. But there are times where I am working on my budget and I go, hey, I want to try this. So for example, when I first started, I was playing around with my emergency fund. How do I want to have it? Do I want it as part of my budget? Do I want it on budget? Do I want it off budget? Just a tracking thing? I don't know. And I went back and forth and back and forth. And here I am, I'm messing around in my live budget. And I know I could have moved it over, made a fresh start, and I could have done it that way. And, but I didn't want to lose all of my history. And I know I can go back and I get the history and I can do it all on the back end. And I get it. I totally understand. But I would love a way to have like a dummy budget. One that's like not live, like, but a full copy that I just go, hit my microphone, that I could just move over and just like play in it, like a little sandbox. And then if I get it to a point where I like it, maybe I could promote that to my actual like production budget. And see how things, move. I think the problem with that is it's very easy, unless you build in some sort of a system to prevent people from using the wrong budget. I think it's very easy that people will get, too tied up. Like as it is, like every month I start and I go, I really should start a second budget and have a side-by-side budget and just have one that I could play around in. And as I go to try and make changes, just to see what they would do. That way I'm not affecting my real life budget. I know there's an undo button. I get it. But there's something about having a fully functional, live, honest to goodness, everything that I've done for the last months, whatever, in a sandbox to play with would be super cool. And then the other polarizing idea that I thought would be really cool to have is a way to do more forecasted budgeting. I know it goes against everything that YNAB says, that you can only budget with the money that you have. Got it. I know. But like, there are some times where I want to play out scenarios. And I mean, yes, again, I know I can like do like transactions and, give myself that money and see what it's going to do in the next month and this, that. But having a way to do some sort of predictive things, some future things, not necessarily budgeting into the future, but playing in the future. Like I'm going to have this much money this month and I think this is going to happen. And, like, for example, when I went March to April, that's the kind of start of spring. Like, I knew that I was going to have extra money that I was going to be doing for stuff outside. It would have been cool to be able to say, well, I'm going to get, my budget's going to be $4,300 in the month of April. And like, this is what I could do with it. And again, I know, make a fresh start and you could do it that way and then play in that. But it'd be cool to just have it in the same one. I don't know if it's possible. I'm not smart enough to do that sort of stuff. So those are the things that I thought would be kind of cool to have. So YNAB, if you're listening, I would love to see some of the stuff. If you have, time to leave, maybe a comment about why they're not possible and why I'm dumb and they're bad ideas. I mean, that'd be cool. I would appreciate it. But I just thought it'd be fun. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see in YNAB in the future? I honestly, like, if I had my choice out of one thing, like, I think I could live without the forecasting thing and without the clone budget. I would love to see more functionality in the filtered views. Being someone that's done, a little bit of work in relational databases and stuff, like and really understanding like the power of filters. I think there is so much potential in the filter feature. I would love to see that expanded upon. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. What would you like to see in YNAB? And then we'll see you in a couple days for the next April video. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.